Hi everyone, Milton Johnson here, the Rosebud Country Club captain. I'm here with Ian Todd, our superintendent, and Matt Bolton, head of golf operations. And we thought we'd just run you through what's been happening on the 14th, 15th and 16th on the north, because it'll be a couple of weeks before you guys get out here and experience these fantastic alterations that we've just done. I'll just hand you over to Toddy and he'll explain more about what we've been doing out here.
Thanks, Milton. G'day, members. I just wanted to give you an update on the works on 14, 15, 16 North, but more importantly, give you a bit of background on the architects. So the club is currently working under a master plan which was formed in 2019. It's available to anyone who wants to read it. They're the architects for Rosebud Country Club, but they're also world renowned now. They've branched out. They're doing a lot of work in the United States. They've recently done a rework of Medina, which is going to be the President's Cup course next year. So they have extensive experience in golf course architecture and their work. What they have done at Rosebud just on the previous years on 1, 2, 8 and 9 is really lifted those 4 holes. So it's just an extension of what is actually in the master plan. So this year we're targeting 14, 15, 16 to give them a little bit of an upgrade, especially the bunkering. We've got a theme for the bunkers, which you can see on 1, 2, 8 and 9. We're going to carry that right through the rest of the course. So yes, so 14, 15, 16, the work started about 3 weeks ago, and they're due to be completed with all the excavation work at the end of this week. So and then it's just a matter of the ground staff coming in behind, doing all the turfing and seeding and putting everything up and getting ready for the members to come back, hopefully around mid-July, Matt. Is that right? We're targeting?
On the 14th, we're targeting a reopening. We're here on the left-hand side of 14 North, and the members will notice that the left-hand fairway bunker has been removed. Ian, can you talk us a little bit about the reasoning why that was removed?
Thanks, Matt. The architects felt that the short bunker on the left here only really challenged the short hitters and high handicappers. So to fill that in makes a lot of sense, just to challenge the better players, the longer hitters and the really long hitters. So we placed another bunker or 2 bunkers further up in place of this, and this will become fairway. Now it's probably, with the master plan itself, the document, we've got to remember it's always in draft form. So when we first talked about the changes to 14, 15, 16, the architects revisited the areas, and the drawings are, what's on the ground now is a little bit different to what's in the master plan. The master plan is always in draft form and subject to change. So after looking at the master plan, they decided they could probably do something a little bit better. And although this bunker is still in the original master plan, it's been taken out on the second time around when they've revisited the hole. So that's the reason why it's been filled in, but mainly to challenge the better players.
Here we are on 14 North, around the landing area. We can see that there's a couple of new bunkers which have been strategically placed, which I'm going to get Ian to talk us through.
Yeah, Matt, thanks for that. So as we move down the fairway, you can see a couple of bunkers being placed on a rise, which is going to challenge the longer, medium to long hitters off the tee, and also another bunker placed on the right-hand side to really tighten up that drive and really make the golfer think when they're on the tee, what club shall I take to a driver, or depending on the wind, they might take a 3-wood and play it safe, play short of the bunkers. Now, as we move down to the green, you can see the big bunker on the left-hand side. That's been enlarged and reshaped on the backside to keep that theme going that I talked about before. The original middle bunker has been filled in, and the bunker on the right has been filled in. The reason for that is there's a little section in the master plan where they refer to short grass as a hazard, and this comes into play on this hole in particular. So that's all going to be cut as fine turf. So the contours play a big role in this hole on 14 here. So any shot that's played into the green that comes up short will actually go towards the target, but then roll off with the contours and keep rolling away from the target. So that's part of the strategic design that the architects run with.
We're here at the dogleg on 15 North, and behind us here you'll see a very impressive bunker complex coming into shape. Ian's going to talk us through what's happening.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, you can see the excavator behind us. That's Jason from OCM in there, just shaping up what's going to be a pretty spectacular fairway trap, replacing the two existing bunkers. So they are going to get filled in, and the first bunker's going to be half of it's going to be more fairway, so there's going to be more landing area for the drive. If anyone knows the fourth at Barnbougle, where there's a bunker cut into the side of a hill, that's what this is trying to replicate, making the most use of the contours on this great hole. So the finished product should look unbelievably good from the tee shot. Part of the original plan was to fix up the pond area as well. Unfortunately, this won't be done on this round of works. We've been notified by the council that we'll need a permit to do any works within the pond. So that was going to form part of a waste area down here, and plus a fairway extension, but that'll have to be put on hold until next year. But this is the third week that OCM have been here. This is the last project, little area down here that's going to be completed this week, and then they'll be out until maybe next year when the works continue on the course.
So we're here on the new women's 16th tee on the North course. Just before we get into that though, we'll just have a look behind us here. We're seeing a little bit of movement on the approach to the 15th green. Toddy, do you want to talk us through some of the changes on the approach to 15?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. So as you can see behind us, the guys are turfing over where the old short bunker on the left used to be, which has been filled in and is becoming fairway. The idea behind this, as the architects mentioned, was just to make the most of the undulations in that area. And once again, short grass is a hazard. So you can see, everyone knows that before that old bunker, the land fell away towards the waste. So they're trying to make more use of that rather than have a sand hazard there. So that's been replaced. On the right-hand side, the short bunker on the right has been remodelled and made a little bit larger. We've also, when we were digging there, we actually cut through some coffee rock. And if everyone remembers, that bunker used to be terribly wet a lot of the time. So that should solve that problem there. When we move up to the right-hand side of the green, the old greenside bunker has been filled in and replaced with some low mounding there. And that's to try and help the ball. If a ball's played into as the approach shot to the 15th green, leak to the right a bit, it will help recontour it and the ball back onto the green. And lastly, the left-hand side bunker has been remodelled and made a touch larger to be more strategic for the shot from the hill into 15 for that back left-hand pin.
So we're here on the new women's 16th tee. Toddy, do you want to talk us through the reason for relocating this tee box?
Yeah, thanks, Matt. The architects decided to put a forward tee in, and obviously the ladies or the women will take most benefit from it. It's mainly to change the angle of their drive. So the existing women's tee, you had to hit over quite a steep gully. This has changed the angle a little bit and will aid a shorter hitting women or men to the flatter part of the fairway.
Okay, here we are on the 16th fairway in front of the newly reconstructed fairway bunker. Ian, why did we get rid of that great bunker?
Thanks, Milton. As you can see, the architects wanted to make the most use of the great undulation through this part of the fairway here. And the two bunkers that they've put in are quite dramatic, and especially from the tee, they just fit in there beautifully. So a little bit of artistry there, and as anyone could plainly see, that these two bunkers are a much better and much more fitting example of the type of bunkering that Rosebud will become in the future. So the original master plan, in the plan it's got only one bunker shaped up in the plan, but as you can see, there's some pegs through the middle there, and that's they're there to mark out our main line. So rather get involved with the main line and redo that whole irrigation aspect of it, we decided to leave the main line where it is and build the bunkers around it. So it reduces our workload, but also doesn't diminish from the end product.
So these bunkers look terrific, but wait till we get over the hill. You'll see what was coming up next, even better. So now we're down at the greenside bunker on 16. We'll let Ian explain what's been going on down here. It looks fantastic, Ian.
Yeah, thanks, Milton. The bunkers really look dramatic down here. There was originally 3 bunkers here, which has been replaced by 2 larger bunkers. There's also been a bunker placed at the back to make the most use of that little rise at the back of the green there, was once surround. It probably won't get a lot of play, but it just looks fantastic from the top of the hill there. And the left-hand side bunker has just been reworked. This is really one of the highlights of OCM's work, how they can transform what basically, were holes in the ground, is what you could call the old bunkering style at Rosebud, and replaced with something a lot more dramatic. But the best part about their work is the way they tie the backsides of the bunkers and the fairways.
We can see that over there now.
They're just tied in properly, where previously not a lot of thought was put into how they were going to finish it off. But just doing that little contouring, that little bit extra, and once all the seed gets up, it's just going to fit in there beautifully and become a highlight of this hole.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ian. So I just want to thank Ian and his fantastic team for the work they've done, and just highlighting the great job that OCM have done in preparing this plan for us for the course. And thanks, Ian. Anything else you want to add?
No, Milton, and thanks, members. Just wanted to reinforce what Milton said. I mean, Rosebud's in a really fortunate position to have the quality of architects available with OCM, world-renowned now. And we're one of their stable of clients, and the work should speak for themselves. I mean, it's really quality work that they do. And yeah, no bones about it. We've got a lot of work to bring the holes back into play for the members. We're working towards it, and hopefully by sort of mid-July, we'll be most of the way there. I don't think we'll be completely there, but we're trying to get the members back on these holes as quickly as possible. So we're working hard. We'll get the job done, and the reward should be there for everyone to see. So thanks very much, Milton.
Thanks, Ian.